Over the last 20 years, I've had a chance to collaborate with some of the biggest hitmakers in the world. I've co-written songs with Bonnie McKee, Iconopop, J.R. Rodham, J.Y. Park, and I've had releases with artists like ITZY, Fall Out Boy, Sean Kingston, Red Velvet, and many others. One thing I learned from working with so many amazing songwriters is this. There are a lot of ways to write a good song, but if you want to write something that sounds like a hit, there is a specific formula for that. Step 1. Start with the what and the why. This is really simple. Before you start writing, start with what the song is about and why you're writing it. Very important.
So I went through a pretty controlling relationship, and
No.
that you both know about. But I think writing a song about the controlling aspects of it will make me feel really good getting it off my chest and probably relate to a lot of other people's story.
Without a clear purpose, you're risking creating what I call a popcorn song, which can sound good and be fun, but basically has no real substance. It's usually something really trendy, like copying other artists. It can be successful, but it never lasts. Seriously, if you want to create music that's timeless, start with a strong foundation. Step 2. Decide your song's sonic ID. So you know when you have an ID, like a driver's license, it has all these descriptions of you on it, like you have green eyes, this is your height, this is your hair color. It's exactly the same for songs. The simplest one is just genre, right? R&B, reggaeton, UK house. You can be really creative here and dream up combinations like, I don't know, UK garage meets New Jack Swing. Or you can just stick with like a tried and true genre.
Ooh, I like where that goes.
That's nice,
cool.
right?
That is nice.
It's like a little bit like country.
You're appropriately dressed for this vibe today.
Another filter is instrumentation. If there's one instrument that sort of leads the sound of your song, what is it? Another filter is feeling. What emotions is your song trying to channel?
I would say I'm feeling empowerment.
And at last, for my visual thinkers, this is a filter I like to use mostly for fun, but it can really help, and it is color.
Rich blues and greens. Like, that's kind of been my aesthetic anyway, of just like...
So not brown?
It's not a primary. We'll say that.
A deep brown. Got a little bit shit.
Sounds like shit.
Step 3. Pick a strong title. This is one of the best things you can do before you start writing. And the reason is everything else stems from the title. The hooks, the lyrics, some of the melodies, even the instrumentation kind of folds around your concept.
So yeah, the person that we're writing about loved like the more down-to-earth parts of me that felt really like Girl Next Door, and that was what I was thinking maybe for a title. I'm breaking out of that.
I like it as a concept, right? But I feel like Girl Next Door like feels a little generic.
Okay.
Especially for the situation, which
is bigger than
not generic. So yeah, I don't know if you've thought of any alternatives.
I had another title, American Girl Doll. I loved playing with them growing up, and I always thought that there could be like this malleable approach to I don't know, maybe combining the two ideas.
So here's a quick checklist you can use to figure out if your title is strong enough. Is it unique? Have you heard it before? Is it visual? Now, there are a lot of hit songs that don't have a visual title. It's just like a word or phrase. However, if you can fold your concept into a visual title, it helps a lot with listeners remembering it, and it helps a lot with things like music videos, promo, which is very important. Good examples are titles like Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter or Sports Car by Tate McRae. Another item on the checklist is it clickable? We don't live in the 90s where people buy songs on like CDs and cassettes. If you think about how people consume music, it's often in a playlist, right? So does your title stand out in a playlist of a bunch of other songs? Would it make somebody curious to click on it? And finally, does it match the what and the why you came up with earlier? And bonus tip, if you can't think of that strong title at first, at least start with a concept. A lot of people get confused here, so here are a couple of examples. For Espresso, which we mentioned earlier, the concept would be someone who's so into you that they can't sleep. Or it can be as simple as getting with somebody in a car, which is literally the concept of a sports car. When you have the concept, you can work backwards and come up with different title ideas until you lock in on one. And if you need a little extra help with this, I recommend you grab my free cheat sheet for songwriters. There is a lot of info in there to help you get started with writing and production. And even though it's focused around K-pop, a ton of the info here applies to other genres. So Don't forget to download it. Step 4, lock in the chords. Chords are the emotional foundation of the song. It's good enough. But I'm not an American girl. No. Take your time finding them. You'll know when you get the right ones, when all the ideas, the melodies just start flowing.
Ooh, I like whatever that is.
That's way better.
Yeah.
Step 5. Hooks first. Hooks are catchy melodies that are designed to stick in your listeners' minds. You can sprinkle in hooks all over your song, but the chorus hook is not optional. There are 2 types. The overt hook, so think really repetitive, really obviously catchy. Then there's the sneaky hook. It's a lot more subtle and emotional, but it still gets you. This is the type of hook we're doing in this song.
No, I'm not an American girl doll for you to play with, 'cause an American girl doll, yeah, she can take it.
In American Girl Doll, the phrase repeats 3 times in the chorus. It's not overdone, but enough to lock you into it. Take your time with this. Seriously, without a strong chorus hook, you don't really have a song. So most songs follow sort of a familiar roadmap. So we have an intro, then we have a verse, then a pre-chorus, a chorus, sometimes an optional post-chorus, then verse, pre-chorus again, a bridge, sometimes not, and then a final chorus. Now, breaking this structure can absolutely work, but if you're newer at songwriting, I would suggest learning the structure first, becoming comfortable in it, and then breaking it when you know what you're doing. Step 7. Substructure. Within each section that we just discussed, there also exists a substructure. It's usually organized with the letters A, B, C, and D, and every letter stands for a new melody.
Heaven knows I tried, looking perfect to your eyes, fitting myself into your twist ties and boxes. Selling me your
So the structure of this verse is AA, meaning we have 2 of the same parts back to back. Reason for this is pop music loves repetition, so really substructures are all about organizing that repetition to maximize
a
it.
human heart not made of cloth, got the kind of mind that I cannot turn off. If you're only looking for someone to own, no you won't.
And then this pre-chorus is A plus, A again, and then B. So we have 3 of the same melodies with a slight variation on the second to make it more exciting, and a totally different melody at the end. If you pay attention to any hit song, you will notice that melodies of those songs are never doing this as far as their range movement. It's always this kind of thing. There are 3 key movements you need to pay attention to. One is pedaling, so staying the same or within a couple of notes. Ascending or moving up. Descending or moving down.
An American girl doll for you to play with, 'cause an American girl doll, yeah, she can take it. Dress her up, choose her words, break her trust, it won't hurt. Get an American girl doll, I'm not yours.
As you can see here, there's a lot of up and down movements in this chorus, and they're always alternating, which is key. It keeps the melody from being boring. Step 9, choose your lyric style. There are actually a lot of different lyric styles. For example, emotional, conversational, metaphoric. But today we're going to be focusing on writing a metaphoric lyric. Obviously, the song is called American Girl Doll. The metaphor is built into the title, which is why the title is that important. Obviously, the song is not about an actual doll. It's about a person who's being treated like a doll. The kind of metaphors that Ellie is singing here are so important for this style. Basically, it lets you express emotions in a unique and visual way. Just make sure that you do balance your metaphors with raw emotion. Otherwise, this style can lean really cheesy. Try adding lines like this to make sure your lyrics are not pure metaphor.
Heaven knows I tried, looking perfect to your eyes, fitting myself into your twist ties and boxes.
Step 10. Rhyme better. Everybody knows about end rhymes. Isn't that sweet? I guess so. That's that me espresso. And rhyme. But what a lot of people don't know is that internal rhymes make your lyrics even stickier.
Heaven knows I tried, looking perfect to your eyes, fitting myself into your twist ties and
As you can see,
boxes.
there are a ton of internals packed in just this one line, and they give the lyrics flow and memorability. I mean, if we just take out a couple of these internals, see how much less impactful it sounds.
Heaven knows I tried to stay, looking perfect to your eyes, fitting myself into your dumb world and boxes.
Step 11. Add chewiness. Basically, these are lyrics that are very consonant heavy. They feel satisfying to say and hear, almost like ASMR.
But I got a human heart not made of cloth, got the kind of mind that I cannot turn off.
This constant bounce of consonants really tickles the ear. This is a common technique in rap, but it totally works in other genres too. Step 12. Twist in the knife. Save your most powerful and emotional lines for the peak moments of the song. So obviously here, this is like a very sad line. Break her trust, it won't hurt. I mean, I'm not supposed to cuss on YouTube. I forgot. But emotional doesn't have to mean sad. Like if your song is about partying, this could be your put your hands up moment, or we will never grow up. Just a line that like really captures the entire feeling of the song should be at the peak point of the song. So yes, if you follow all of these steps, you should end up with something that sounds a little bit like this.
No, I'm not an American girl, doll for you to play with. 'Cause an American girl, doll, yeah, she can take it. Dress her up, choose her words, break her trust, it won't hurt. Yeah, an American girl, doll, I'm not her.
Here's another video that I think you will enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!